Welcome to another episode of These Guys Don't Know Shit About Sports. My name is Jacob Harper. Let me introduce you to my co-host, Skylar Collins.
What's going on, guys?
And Baby Shaq.
What up, everybody?
How the hell are you guys doing today?
Not too bad. I got my COVID shot today. Got my first dose.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
how does it feel to be magnetic?
All I'm saying though is, for someone who's terrified of needles, did not feel the needle at all. Easy ass shot. Easiest shot I ever got in my life.
Yeah, but you haven't stopped complaining ever since. So.
My arm does hurt really bad right now, but the shot itself is not bad at all.
So you heard it here first. Do not go and get your COVID shot. It will make your arm hurt.
That's just because Sky's a pussy.
It does hurt. It's a common symptom. Anyways, you motherfucker, let's get into the NBA because it's been a hell of a week. We got a lot to talk about with this NBA.
Yes, we do, Skylar, unfortunately.
What was that noise?
Because Skylar's got to eat his fucking words, boss.
Yeah, I do.
He's got to eat his fucking shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
We'll get there, but we got Rick Carlisle. He might actually be leaving the Mavericks. I mean, he decided to leave the
He's
Mavericks.
already left.
Yeah, he's gone.
Rick Carlisle was going to leave the Mavericks after 13 seasons.
That's crazy. I was surprised.
And a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a ring. I mean, it's not like he was getting a ring anytime soon. But...
That's very true.
Do you think we could be seeing Indiana Pacers reunion here?
I hope so. I mean,
Assistant coach from 97 2000, the head coach from 03 to 07.
Who gives a shit? That
honestly,
doesn't help you at all.
Honestly, yeah. The Pacers, I think, just need to sell the team.
Dude.
It's not that bad. Let's not get that far.
It's that bad, Skylar.
The Pacers have a solid lineup with
bad.
T.J. Ward. All I'm saying is we need to get a coach. We need to not hire a coach. We need to get an experienced coach because we need to coach for long term. We don't need another. We've had a pretty rocky history with coaches here, so we've had a lot of coaches here. So we need to get a coach that is for the long. We need to get someone who's experienced and has been there. He's been in the playoffs.
Where you going?
He's won a title.
He wants Rick Carlisle.
Yeah. I want Rick Carlisle.
Which, I mean, I understand.
I think it's a safe
want
hire.
him as a coach. Don't get me wrong, but...
I don't know if it'll
I'd
happen,
rather-
but it's a safe hire.
Maybe he retires, man.
he's not going to retire.
No.
Right.
Yeah, he's not going to retire. I mean, can we talk a little bit about why he's leaving?
Because Luka, he don't like
I
Luka.
have a feeling it's because of Luka.
It is.
And Luka even came out and said that he prefers the assistant coach over him.
Well, I think Luka is like... I don't think we see it, but I think Luka's a little bit more diva-y than we think.
Crybaby ass bitch.
Luka Magic takes some pampering.
I don't know if I'm saying he's a bitch, but he's more
A
of the new
bitch,
age.
sorry.
More of the new age, and Carlisle is more of the old school,
Yeah.
You
where
know,
there's no preference.
and no
that's why
disrespect to Luka, because Luka is Luka Magic. But
Yeah, but Porzingis is mad too, and is it maybe the same thing?
Porzingis is gone.
But is he crying though because he's not the... I'm not the star.
Who, Luka?
No, that's what Porzingis dead ass said.
Oh, yeah.
He's crying because he's not the star.
you're not putting up like
He's
a
not
star.
a star on any team right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. Like I'm telling
You're
you,
a
dude, like,
second
Carlisle
op-
play that
I
bullshit.
hate-
He doesn't care about your
I
name.
hate to tell you something, Porzingis, but you're a second option on any team in the NBA pretty much right now.
So let me ask you something real quick.
What's up, homie?
This is completely off topic, but I'm kind of curious because it just popped into my head.
This man always takes us off topic.
No, I mean it has to do with Porzingis.
Okay.
So, Porzingis gets traded back to or signs with the Knicks.
Nothing changes.
Do you think Porzingis comes off the bench or do they start him at the 5?
That's a tough
Who's the
question.
Knicks 5? Who's the
Mitchell
Knicks?
Robinson.
Who?
That's a tough question, actually.
Or did they move Julius Randle to the 3?
No, Julius Randle's a 4. He's not fast enough for the 3. He proved that in the playoffs. I think...
what do you think, Jack? I'm interested in what you have to say.
That's a good question, dude.
Does Porzingis come off the bench if he goes back to New York? Which I'm not saying that he can, or there's even a possibility that he
I
wants
think
to.
he could be a good 6-man. I think I'd have him as a 6-man.
I mean, on this question, honestly,
You're stumped, aren't you?
I'm stumped, but I also just don't give a fuck because I don't like Porzingis.
That's very fair.
He's soft. I don't like 7-footers that are soft.
I agree.
Like, come on, bro. You're 7
Miles
foot.
Turner.
Why can't you be more like
Miles
Joel
Turner
Embiid?
isn't soft. It's not that he's soft. Turner's like one of those people that has like a little star next to him, asterisk, because he's not soft. it's just weird.
He just can't rebound the ball to save his life.
To box out,
I love
bro.
Miles
Yeah.
Turner to death,
Well, when he
but
I don't
does-
think he's strong enough.
No, I think he either refuses to box out, or when he does box out, he just boxes you out so well, he just does not put his arms up. Like he just tries, like he'll bounce it off his chin so somebody else can get a fucking rebound.
I just don't understand how you can be such an elite shot blocker and struggle in rebounding so bad.
His hand-eye coordination's on point, but I'm telling you, I just don't think he. I don't know. It's weird. He has an asterisk by him. He could be potentially though. You're right, Harper. He could be. Asterisk.
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 What were you saying, Skylar, about him?
About
About Porzingis. We kind of cut you off there.
I just think Porzingis will be. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be a good 6-man. I think it'd be something good to start. Maybe if he did get that opportunity where you could be the star in the second unit, possibly. And that kind of caliber, get your ego back in check, and then maybe if you can get a couple of games going together and you start to get some momentum, you can put him above Mitchell Robinson and just, you got to start somewhere.
Anyway, it goes.
Dallas isn't where it is right now. That's
I
not
just
where
think
it's
Rick
at.
Carlisle's an old school coach, and it's the new school is coming in, and then the clash is finally happening.
So we talked about Porzingis and the Knicks reunion possibilities. Let's talk about a team that just made a decent trade for another point guard. What if Porzingis was traded to OKC?
Nothing changes.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think that OKC could make him to where, like what they did Chris Paul, escalate his value?
I don't think he has the mindset of Chris Paul. So no.
Hell no.
Chris Paul is a special kind of talent, and he's amazing at basketball because of his work ethic and his ability to share the basketball. And he's got a really good mindset to where he's a team focused player. We work together, we get paid together, that kind of thing. He's a really good dude. You can tell off the court and on the court. He cares about his teammates as much as he does himself. That's why he's the president of the Players Association for a reason. So,
Right, but do you get what I'm saying though?
I think Porzingis is washed.
Right, but do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Chris Paul, everybody thought that about Chris Paul when he was on the Rockets.
But it's different though. Chris Paul and Porzingis is nowhere near the same. Like Chris Paul, you're getting IQ from a position that needs IQ.
Do you remember?
Porzingis is a fucking flex center power forward that doesn't even hit his shots anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So
We're talking about comparing Porzingis' prime, which has already happened with the Knicks,
which was 1 year.
to Chris Paul in New Orleans.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's not really comparable.
yeah. I don't think you compare. I don't think.
I'm not comparing their
Chris
two
Paul's still a
careers.
badass, but
No,
New
I know,
Orleans Chris
but
Paul was just
I don't think that there's no
different.
Because think about it. Even if he was to go to OKC, how is he going to benefit SGA?
What do you mean? It's another secondary score that gets out of the paint.
Was he consistent though? Is he a consistent secondary scorer?
No, but that's what I'm
That
saying.
can be healthy.
That
But does he
OKC
want to be
builds that.
He doesn't want to be the second. He wants to be like a co-star.
But he's not that
He's
right.
Right,
not,
he's
but
not.
he's not
He's
that.
not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Yeah, not that guy, pal.
Until he learns that, and he doesn't need to. I mean, no one really needs him until he learns that. Because I'm
That's how
sorry.
I see it. That's how I see it.
Your time, he got his head got super big in New York when
It
he
did.
got hot,
It did.
and it was
dude.
just this crazy ass starstruck where everybody wanted to hear about. Everybody's hear about Porzingis. ESPN, it's Porzingis. Everything was covered.
The
You know,
unicorn. The unicorn. The
unicorn.
And-
unicorn.
he got injured and not playing nearly as good.
There's always gonna be that 1 year being
And
that
here's
everybody loves.
here's another thing though.
And now there's two.
Here's
and
another thing we don't think
put
about
on.
though. That position, those big men, that's changed since his prime. There's a lot more.
I don't think we can say Porzingis had a prime.
I mean that year. He
that
had a good
year in New York he
I
played
would
well.
say.
I'll give him
It's a
that.
decent prime. One singular season.
I mean,
I guess you're right. No, you're right. No, you're,
he hasn't
you
played.
make a valid
He
point.
hasn't played a lot. We're not talking about a long career either. Really, I mean,
I know, but he makes a valid point because he's
Yeah.
been hurt too.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
He wasn't even healthy all the time this year.
Mm-mm,
No.
not at all.
Did he play in the playoffs? Yeah, well, he
He
played like
played like 3 games. I think.
yeah. Get the
So
fuck
what
out
is
of
he
here,
trying?
bro.
What are you trying to bitch about? Why are you the first one bitching right now? Did Luka disappear in the playoffs?
Hell no.
That's what I thought. Now, if you want to be the star, where the fuck were you in the playoffs? Where,
I mean, honestly.
where were you? You disappeared on me, Porzingis. Porzingis. I don't know what to say, Bubs. You're just gonna have to realize that you're not as good as you think you are.
Yeah, Porzingis just isn't it, man. I mean, you can get traded to whatever team he wants to. That doesn't matter.
He'd be a great player if he just got his head up his ass and just realized that he's not
Shit.
the first option.
So we talked about Rick Carlisle.
Mhm.
We talked about the possibility to New York.
Mhm.
Like I'm just hypothetical
Mhm.
right there. Hypothetical to OKC. Let's talk about OKC.
Mhm.
Let's talk about OKC
Mhm.
and their trade with the Celtics.
Mhm.
I think this is a win for both teams.
Mhm.
And if you guys have not heard this trade, basically what it is, it's Kemba Walker and the 16th overall pick this year for Al Horford and Moses Brown
Mhm.
for Boston. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say why you like this trade, Chuck.
Boston got a 7-footer. That's just straight up flat out what it is. Boston got a 7-footer that can rebound.
And you got off that contract.
And we got Kimba's huge contract.
I mean, now listen, Al Horford's contract is nothing to play with.
Yeah, but it's less money.
It's
less money.
It is less money.
Less years.
Mm-hmm.
We got a young player who I think could be very, very good player.
I'm going to say one thing, Shaq.
Well,
I want you to think back in memory lane for me here in the first episode when we had a segment.
okay.
What did Boston need? In all capital letters on that script. A big. Guess what they just got out of this? A big. Kemba Walker wasn't working. You got a big. And they got a draft pick out of it.
No,
they didn't.
Yeah, they did. We had
Second.
second rounder.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't see that part. My bad.
Like I said, I'm very happy with this pick. I think I'm starting to see like a starting five in my head. I'm like, man, that's interesting.
If Moses Brown just comes in, you never know what. I mean, a 7-footer, and Brad Stevens and that, the way he's ran. I mean, I trust that. I trust Brad Stevens. I think that is going to be a very interesting organization here.
Let
soon.
Robert Williams run a true power forward now. He's not really a stretch
He's
forward, but
What's
a
really
monster at
interesting?
the 5.
he's a versatile player.
So now that you got that 7-footer to get those boards and box
Yes.
out and dominate truly in the paint, but then you got Robert Williams sneaking up on the backside.
Bro, have you not looked at
blindside
Moses
blocks.
Brown's stats though, bro?
Oh,
Moses
he's
Brown's
a monster.
He has games where he's like dropping like just bangers, dude.
The thing that intrigues me the most about this trade is your guys' roster now. You're starting 5. Marcus Smart at the 1.
Maybe you don't know, man. Who knows? Because
As of right now,
you would
it's
put
Mike
Smart at 1, right?
Jaylen Brown at the 2,
2.
Jason Tatum at the 3,
Mhm.
Robert Williams at the 4, and Moses Brown at the 5.
You would think so, yeah.
So I'm going to say something kind of, might be a little disrespectful. I might not know shit about sports, but what do you think about, you got a young rookie there, Peyton Pritchard, that could take over that starting minutes and get some, some experience there. And then you've got Marcus Smart off the bench because it's where he could explode off of.
Oh, whoa. No. Okay, no. Marcus Smart's not coming off the bench. If you're
You're
Pritchard's,
bugging.
yeah, if Pritchard's gonna start, you're gonna have to run Pritchard at the 1, Smart at the 2,
Jaylen
Brown at the
Brown.
3, Tatum at the 4, and Moses or Williams at the 5. But you're not having.
Six-man?
No, what?
6-man? Pretty important position. It's important. I mean, good teams have good 6-man.
Who are you referring to here, Peyton or Marcus Smart?
Marcus Smart.
No, you're dumb.
Maybe I don't know
think
about sports. I think it's
Evan Fournier.
I think he's a solid bench now, man.
I
don't
he's
I
our
think he's a
6-man.
6-man.
Yeah, I
but
know.
you want a contender. So I think
No,
Marcus Smart would be a solid 6-man.
No,
Get
Your
I-
sixth,
going.
your 6th, 7th, and 8th man doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think our true 6-man is Evan Fournier. I'm telling you, I don't think it's. That's not the lineup I would see. No, Pritchard, no. He played well this year, though.
He played very well.
Played very well, but
Although I will be honest, I'm not as high on Peyton Pritchard as everybody else is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I think he's got a bright future, and I think he stepped up when it mattered. That's the thing, He's looked great in his first couple. He's a young player, and he's got a bright future.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Wouldn't you like to build a dynasty?
It doesn't matter. Dynasty's built by Tatum and Brown.
There you go.
That's what the
There
dynasty's
you
going to be
fucking
built
go.
off of.
All right. Well, we're talking about a young Peyton Pritchard. Let's talk about some more young players and some controversy here.
God, not really
What do we think
controversy.
about the LaMelo Ball Rookie of the Year winning? I agree. I think LaMelo Ball was the best rookie.
I don't care if he
Personally.
won it. I just
It's
like
close,
Anthony
but-
Edwards more. I just
Okay, so
like
that's your
Anthony
entire
Edwards.
argument?
Yeah, I just like him
That you
more.
just like him more
yeah.
than you like LaMelo?
yeah.
So you
Okay.
LaMelo's got the best.
like
So-
stats,
your interviews, you should get bonus points for your interviews.
What?
Melo's interviews, not funny. Anthony Edwards,
So you're
hilarious.
talking
Popularity contest?
comedy.
No, I'm talking about just like overall, man. I'm just
So
I think-
return the Rookie of the Year
listen,
into a popularity contest.
I would totally chill with Anthony Edwards. I think chilling with LaMelo Ball would be horrible. So he gets my vote.
So you're taking this completely out of basketball context.
I mean, even in basketball.
You're dumb.
I mean, listen. I'll take Anthony Edwards over LaMelo Ball. I know. Maybe I'm the only one, but that's fine. I just like him
Are we talking
more.
about the Celtics?
Oh, shit. Right now, I don't really need either one of them. I wouldn't want either one of them on the Celtics.
You wouldn't take a pass first point guard, LaMelo Ball, on the Celtics.
I would not take LaMelo Ball.
What? That's. I don't know. I'd take LaMelo Ball on pretty much.
What would I have to give up to get LaMelo Ball?
No, I'm just saying
Oh,
hypothetically.
like just hypothetically for free?
Yeah, like you guys drafted him.
Oh, I drafted him?
Yeah,
If I could draft one of the two?
yeah.
Still Anthony Edwards.
You're dumb.
I just
On
like
the Celtics
him
team
more.
that has right now.
It's like a more.
I guess they would
I mean,
still
yeah,
they would still have Kimba if they were to draft
Melo-
him this year.
Melo
That's
would
true.
be-
No, I'm
Yeah.
talking right now. The roster that you have right this second,
Mhm.
and the draft was today, and you guys picked LaMelo Ball. Like, why wouldn't you want that?
I mean, sure, it's cool. It's happy. Like, whatever.
A pass first point guard that can get
I just
anybody
don't-
open and
I just
score at
don't
will when he
love
wants
LaMelo
to.
Ball like you do.
I don't love LaMelo Ball, but I love his play style.
You love
I love his
LaMelo
play
Ball.
style.
Yeah, you
There's
watch a lot
people-
of, you watch
Dude,
a lot.
you probably
watch a
sent
lot of Hornets
so many
games.
pictures of your penis in the Instagram DMs.
Whoa.
Oh, that's funny.
You
Whoa.
love LaMelo,
Listen, bro. Listen. No, but listen, okay. This is what I'm saying. LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball.
Yes, I know.
He's a great player.
Yeah, I agree
right?
with you.
Okay. Now, LaMelo Ball. Okay.
Yeah,
Let me say this real quick.
I know.
Okay. Now, this draft class
Mhm.
wasn't really supposed to be much, right?
Was it really though? Did it
No,
really turn
wasn't.
out to be
It
much,
wasn't
though?
supposed to be much. As of right now, and it's still not. It's still not great.
No,
But I mean,
well,
you have players like Tyrese Halliburton. You have players like Maxey on the Sixers.
Sadiq
right?
Bey.
Sadiq Bey.
I love.
You
Sadiq
have
Bey.
like players like Killian Hayes, Cole Anthony. I mean, these players are all going to be amazing players. Some of them even All-NBA, All-Stars, award winners in the future.
Wait,
in the future.
Didn't Cole Anthony get drafted last year?
No, he got drafted this year.
I think we're going a little easy on the All NBA players. I mean, we might have one or
In the
two.
future?
That's
I mean, we're
kind
talking
of
20 years in the future, bub.
That's a hard thing to get in the NBA. 20 years? You think? Can you guarantee? I don't know.
You
if,
can't guarantee anything in the NBA, first
That's
of all.
true.
Anyways, what I'm saying is this draft class wasn't really supposed to be much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. You have Tyrese Halliburton, came out and played really well. You have Tyrese Maxey, came out and played really well. Cole Anthony, played really well. But I mean, this draft class wasn't really supposed to be much. Let's go back a little ways. 2011, that draft class. Want to know who that draft class had in it?
Yeah, because I don't remember shit.
This draft class also wasn't supposed to be much, just so you know. Kyrie, Kimba, Klay Thompson, Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, and Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
So are you trying to compare that to this year's stuff?
I'm not comparing them specifically,
Oh, okay.
but I'm saying that for reference is another supposed to be weak draft class that came out and became All-Stars, All-NBA, win awards. I'm just saying that we shouldn't put ceilings on these players right now.
Nobody said we were going to.
No, I know, but people are, like
I
on
agree,
Twitter,
yeah,
stuff
right.
like that. It's ridiculous.
These Twitter motherfuckers, dude.
No, but what I'm saying is this is why I think Anthony Edwards and LaMelo just aren't the same. Okay? I mean, you look at Anthony Edwards, okay? Had a great season, don't get me wrong. 19 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 0.8 win shares, which is pretty bad. Okay. Now I understand, worst team in the league.
Yeah, the Timberwolves suck,
Worst
bro.
team in the league. He played 72 games though, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Actually
Yeah.
played.
For being a rookie and being able to play every single game this year,
Mhm. Yep.
that's great. I'll give him that. LaMelo Ball only played 51 games because he was injured for part of the season. He had 16 points per game, 6 boards and 6 assists, with a win share of 2.8, which is insane. Now I'm not saying anything away from Anthony Edwards. I'm not giving anything to LaMelo. But win shares is a big part. and I understand LaMelo does have a better overall team, but win shares, even when you go into advanced statistics, LaMelo is positive in everything. Anthony Edwards is almost negative in everything.
That's like half the NBA players nowadays, though.
I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm just
Durant
saying.
will have like
do you realize
40.
exactly? So do you understand how hard it is to have a positive
Not if you're getting assists.
advanced stats?
Not if you're getting assists and shit. Marcus Smart all the time he's like plus 30. It has like 2 points.
Right, because his defense is amazing. I mean, how many points you give up? How better do you play than your backup? Like stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I don't know. Just whatever. I mean,
Anyway,
it's just rookie of the year.
Yeah, I agree, and I just wanted to. I wanted to say this. They're both going to be studs, and I mean, this might seem like I just rambled on about LaMelo for the past 5 minutes, but I kind of did.
You 100% did. You just rambled on.
So let's get into a former Rookie of the Year winner here. We got some. Now, this isn't confirmed. It's just some rumors floating around. But according to some reports, the New Orleans aren't, I guess they're not able to please Zion Williamson's family. That's what's come out. And, they come down, they're saying some of their frustrations come down to they're frustrated with Van Gundy's demanding coaching style.
Oh, you mean the coach that just got fired?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disappointment that the team traded J.J. Redick mid-season, which I kind of agree with that one, actually, if you will be honest with that. Uncertainty over whether restricted free agents Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart will return. That's also another, thing they're worried about, which I don't know why we care what the family thinks. This is a business, and they should not associate the business. But
adding on to that, I didn't know that Zion's family played in the NBA and made millions of dollars.
I didn't know they made the money either. Here's the thing I'm worried about. They say that according to some reports, this dates all the way back to draft night, with some reports saying that Williamson was quickly whisked out of the room after the Pelicans won the lottery. Apparently, he was rooting for New Orleans. In an interview this year, he was talking about how he would love to play in Madison Square Garden. How
that is very true.
This is, connected. And now we're seeing, could we imagine Zion Williamson in the Knicks, though?
It wouldn't even be a fit, though.
It wouldn't at all.
What do you have?
Not with the Knicks right now.
Yeah, because Julius Randle plays the exact same way.
You know where he would fit, though? You know where he would fit, though?
Don't
Boston.
say fucking Boston.
Boston.
God damn. How?
Listen, if you're a superstar, you come to Boston.
All I'm saying is, what do we think about this? What's your opinion on this?
You know who would fit now well in Boston? Damian Lillard.
Yes, he would. But anyways,
would he though?
No, we're not getting into this. I just wanted to see your face.
Let's get back on topic too.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on this, Shaq?
I mean, it is what it is. Nothing's gonna happen. It's not like the Zion family can make New Orleans change anything, and New Orleans is obviously not gonna change anything. They're gonna keep doing what they're doing. Zion's not gonna go anywhere.
I think they're building a solid core around him. I think if Lonzo and Josh Hart will return, and if you want those restricted free agents to return, you got to show them something, which he has.
It's not even they have Ingram.
Yeah,
Ingram's their second best player. I mean, he might be the first. Yeah,
to be honest,
it's their first.
Ingram's a dog.
I mean, he might be as of right now. 27 points a game, but Brandon Ingram averaged what?
It's tough because Brandon Ingram. They just need to age. That's all it is, bro.
Almost like how the Suns were.
Yeah. You've got Lonzo,
another
who's
Lakers
a great pass-first point guard, right? Just needs to get a shot. Just needs to develop a little bit more. You've got Josh Hart, who is a solid scorer. And defensively, he's solid.
Solid defensively.
I mean, and then you've got Brandon Ingram, who's
a walking
potentially,
bucket.
Easily. Potentially one of the best younger scorers in the league. Under, 26?
And
not even?
I think he's 27.
The coolest thing about watching some of these younger players evolve with Lonzo Ball,
because he's the oldest one on the team,
is you see these young players and they don't know what their identity is, but then someone like Lonzo Ball finds his identity and he realizes that he is one of those facilitators. He's a playmaker.
He's a point guard that can go out there like Chris Paul and get 20 assists and no turnovers.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing him actually play make now, unless trying to shoot the 3-ball, and he's playing better because of it. When you gotta get that momentum going.
The Pelicans also gotta understand that they got a rough hand this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Every other team in the NBA superstar gets hacked and they get 40 free throws a game.
Yeah. Zion doesn't get shit.
Zion be getting robbed all year.
They put Zion in a rear naked choke and this motherfucker.
You know what's crazy?
Free throws.
You know what's crazy? And we talked about this a couple episodes ago. Zion during the regular season, had the third highest free throw attempts per game. Third highest. Only behind Trae Young and Joel Embiid.
Trae Young and Joel Embiid the most?
Yeah. But what's crazy, what's absolutely insane, is that Zion should have had double that.
Yeah. He should have $1 million.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He should have had double what he was averaging. I think he was averaging like eight free throw attempts a game.
See, but when you think about it, though, averaging 8, being a superstar,
That's being fouled 4 times.
that's not a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Think about it.
saying.
How many times have we watched KD and James Harden?
James Harden.
We watched James Harden.
James
in
Harden be
three-
getting
in
everything.
3 plays. Go
He's just
up
come
there
back
and
from
get
injury.
fouls,
He's just
bro.
come back from injury. He's already just okay. Broadway.
He's just kicking his legs out, and oh man, let me put my big old fat 200 guts on you.
Broadway.
He's shrinking the landing zone, so he's
He
automatically landing on people's feet. So he
Yeah.
automatically gets the foul.
It's
annoying.
I don't know, dude. And NBA refs, I don't know if they get paid just to just call shit, or they just get bored. I don't know, dude. They're wild out there. Dude,
And I mean, hell, the game that we're watching right now, Bucks Nets Game 7, which we're going to get into here in a second. It's been the absolute worst officiating game I've seen in a long time. The first quarter was, anyways.
The first quarter was real bad, yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
That's
About
just the
it.
NBA, though. The
And
NBA sucks, bro.
I will say that there's light at the end of the tunnel because of this.
What?
The NBA did announce that they were cracking down on this
Oh, yeah,
during the
yeah,
offseason.
yeah.
So therefore that the leaning into players and shrinking the landing zone isn't going to be as effective for drawing fouls. So the NBA refs are going to be cracking down on that a lot next season, which, thank the Lord.
Yeah, they need to.
Yeah, because it's becoming, it's not as much of skill right now. It's just really, can I just land into you?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
you know where it started. I'm telling you this right now. You know where it started. I will tell you because I seen it live and I watched it a lot growing up as a Pacers fan. The Miami Heat big 3, Dwayne Wade jump into him.
I mean,
LeBron James.
it started
jump,
with-
I wouldn't say that's where it started, but that's where it grew bigger and bigger because
It was
mean
successful. It was successful.
what's the
It
easiest
worked.
points in the NBA? They're supposed to be
Free throws,
Free throws. They're supposed to be gimmies, right?
unless you're
So,
Ben Simmons.
I mean, the process that these players go
The
through is
process.
irony. I get
Ben
it.
Simmons. I don't
I
trust
mean,
it.
think about it. These players, what they do is they find the easiest way to score. What are a lot of these players really good at? Free throws. All right, so let me figure out how to get fouled.
That shit's easy as fuck, man. It's free, damn free. It's free shot.
Yeah,
You should be missing free throws.
exactly. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just ridiculous, and I'm tired of seeing it. And I really do hope the NBA puts a stop to it next season.
I agree.
Let's get into the first series here. We actually got Game 7 going right now for the Bucks and the Nets.
What was the score?
Right now there is about 8 minutes left, and it is 89-88. The Nets are leading.
Oh God.
Close.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
KD's got 33, 6 and 8,
How much time is left
8,
in the third?
the fourth.
Oh, okay.
Giannis
Whew.
got 33, 8 and 5.
Oh my gosh. How many free throws has he missed though?
I don't know.
It's just ridiculous. And I mean, this series has been one for the history books, though. I will give you that. I will give these teams that. I mean, watching KD just come out here and absolutely destroy the Bucks. I mean, hell, the dude played 48 minutes in a game. Skyler,
He played 5 quarters in a row.
Remind me, Sky. How many minutes are in an NBA game total?
48.
How many minutes did KD play the other night?
48.
Oh, okay.
Then he played the entire first quarter of the next game.
Yeah,
The man is, and he's not a young player.
no.
He just, I mean,
He's what, 32?
I am not gonna blast. There's no more KD blasphemy coming from me.
At
Ever
all.
again. I've got to talk about something coming out of this, with KD. My biggest problem with KD though is this Nets offense. In Game 6, KD used to put up buckets. He shot the ball well, 32 points on 50% shooting. That's a pretty good night. But he had 7 turnovers.
Yeah.
Harden had 4. They combined for 11 of the Nets' 16 turnovers on that game. That's. I mean, when that comes down to chemistry, I think when they get that chemistry going, it's going to be a solid force to deal against in the Eastern Conference. But I feel like it's kind of stagnant. But as of tonight, we're looking at Blake Griffin coming out. So Blake Griffin pops off and he gets on the Nets on the super team.
he starts trying hard. That's why I don't like Blake Griffin anymore.
Going back to the whole
That's a
turnover
sellout.
thing, Shaq and I have had this argument a couple of times in the past couple of weeks. I mean, it started out with Trae Young. I think he had like 5 turnovers, and then Shaq said it was a really bad thing, and I said, I mean, it's not really that bad. He's still a young player, and he's the main ball handler on the
He had
team.
like 9 turnovers.
I don't think it was 9. I don't think it was that high.
It was higher than 5.
I don't think it was 9, though. But what I'm saying is, yeah, turnovers are bad, obviously, right? You're giving the ball to the other team. You shouldn't be, right? But you think about Chris Paul, okay? 20 assists, no turnovers. He's done it multiple times, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
He's really old for an NBA player. He knows what he's doing with the basketball and how not to turn it over. But then you've got these younger players like Trae Young. I mean, obviously he's going to be turning the ball over a lot. He's the main ball handler. He's young.
It's
he's
not that
inexperienced.
Dude, the main ball handler is not. You cannot use that as an excuse.
Why can't
Chris
you?
Paul's the main ball handler.
Right, but that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
So how can you use that as an
That's
excuse?
what I'm saying.
No, it's because he's the main ball handler, and because the new age likes to shoot so damn much and be reckless with the ball. That's exactly what it is.
How does shooting the ball have to do with anything with turnovers?
Because they dribble more.
That's exactly what Trae Young does. He shoots the ball a lot more.
Okay, but that's not what I'm saying. You miss a shot, that's not a turnover.
Does he not dribble a whole bunch to make his own shot?
He does.
And
He's
does he
a shot
not?
creator.
Does that not cause him more turnovers?
Right, and that's not.
Right. You said
We're arguing about two of the same things here. Yes, it's bad, but I'm just saying it's all right to excuse a player when he's young and.
So
he's
you're
still
telling me
new
if
to
he
the
had
league.
16 points with 10 turnovers, you're like, oh yeah,
No.
dude, you had a great game.
No, not at all.
So
But if a player has 25 points, 15 assists, and 7 turnovers, and they win the game, I'm not mad at them.
I could see that too.
I mean, you're not mad at him, but you still don't want 7 turnovers.
Right,
from your
and I'm
primary
not saying
ball
that you
handler.
want turnovers at all.
This isn't fucking high school basketball.
Right, and I'm not saying, like I just said, I'm not saying that you want turnovers at all. I'm just saying that you want to limit them as much as possible.
Exactly.
But sometimes you just can't help it.
Yeah. But
I
it's
mean,
also
like the
playoff
charge,
basketball.
like the charge shit that's been going on.
Hey.
That's a
Some
turnover.
Some of these are charges, though.
This ain't 2K, bro. You
Right.
can control yourself in real life. There ain't no animation going on that court.
That's also true.
This ain't 2K, Bubs.
Listen.
You run over a motherfucker, you run over a
I think
motherfucker.
we're
You take
being-
that risk when you take that. When you charge into someone and you cause physical force and you put that kind of call into the mind of another person, NBA officiating, which is as a player is pretty fucking shady.
Mm-hmm.
You take that risk. That's what you do. I mean, this ain't 2K. You
I
can't
think we're
blame
letting
us.
people off the hook nowadays about ball handling and turnovers.
Yeah, this ain't 2K, Bubs. If you lose the ball,
I
there ain't no
understand it's
animation.
not
This
fucking-
is man on
I
man.
understand that it's not 2K, Skyler.
So I don't know, bro. It's an interesting conversation. Let's get on to the next series. Let's get on to the Sixers and the Hawks. And I will tell you right now,
Fuck Joel
Harper.
Embiid.
I'll take it right now, Harper. You called it. You said the Hawks.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck,
you gave us.
bro?
I thought this was gonna be a pretty quick series, but Trae Young. I guess I underestimated Trae Young.
Hey, Game 7, though. Game 7.
I'm still gonna say that I don't know, bro. This is a toss up now. This has become a toss up because I
I'm taking
think
the Hawks.
See, the thing is, the Hawks played so good. They were so close last game, and the Hawks, other than Trae Young, like the other role players, like Bogdanovich,
fucking bitch.
Huerter, the other white dude they have,
Kevin Herter.
Herter, that dude. All of them shot like shit. After the first quarter. So like, you kind of think, man, like,
I've got a
Atlanta,
prediction.
If Atlanta has to feel like Atlanta has to be confident going into this game.
You were down 26 and you won.
I'll tell you what, though.
that's
I'll tell you what,
confidence.
though. They won Game 5, right? The Hawks did. And that was the game that Kevin Herter and Bogdanovich played like absolute garbage. They should have won Game 6.
They should have.
They should have won Game 6. It was... I don't even know what lost them that game, honestly. Seth Curry did pop off, but he's been popping off all series.
Not like he was last. Like
36
the
in
threes-
Game
The
5.
threes he had though.
And they lost the game.
Yeah, so I don't know if Seth Curry called 36 points and he
no,
called.
but the threes in Game
He
6
gave
that
it.
he hit.
were unreal. He had
and-
22.
And they were like the times. The times
Yeah.
were like super crucial.
Yeah.
Here's what I've got a pretty crazy prediction for you here. Here's what I think is gonna happen in Game 7.
Okay.
All right, we've already had Joel Embiid as a monster. We can
Mm-hmm.
establish that Joel Embiid is gonna give you 30 and 30, maybe 15, 16.
Mhm.
I mean, he's just that different caliber of player. But we've also got Seth Curry who's playing well, and I think he's going to continue to play well. But I think someone that's been quiet and he's kind of struggled this series, but is a matchup nightmare for the Hawks is Ben Simmons.
Shaka Simmons.
I think Ben Simmons is going to play really well. I think he's going to come out and play well. I think he's going to start
Simmons.
scaling them.
I'm in total disbelief of what the fuck you just
That
said.
is what I think is going to happen.
What the
Haka
fuck has Simmons
Simmons.
done? What has he done offensively?
He's been bad this series, but as a whole, he's a facilitator, and when he starts getting facilitating well, he helps that
Listen,
offense.
bro.
He's part of that process.
You know when you used to play like pickup basketball in the park, and there was always that one kid that sucked ass that couldn't get up and down the court, so you just kept his ass on the defensive side. That's Ben Simmons, the NBA
If he's
version.
not passing the ball, I don't want him on the court.
He can get to the rim now. He can get to the rim. If he doesn't, if he
He
can
is
finish,
Draymond Green.
if he can finish the layup,
Draymond Green has a more confident shot than him.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
if he can beat you on the dribble, and if he gets to the rim, if he finishes, it's all right. But if you get him on the free throw line, that's the problem.
But
He's
what
got to
I'm
finish.
What I'm saying with the
But I think
comparison to Draymond Green, he's a very good defender. He can rebound the ball. He can facilitate, but he's not a consistent scorer.
He's a better ball handler than Draymond Green, though.
Okay, and Draymond Green's a better scorer.
He's a better shooter.
AKA better scorer.
Yeah, that's not the same thing, but yeah, I'll give it to you. He's a better scorer.
Okay. So, like what I'm saying, I mean, Shaq, what do you think? I think the comparison's spot on.
What?
Draymond Green and Ben Simmons.
I mean, yeah. I mean, not spot on, because I mean,
But there's comparisons.
The comparison I can see is very similar, but it's not spot on because one's a forward and one's a guard.
The guard is also 6'10".
Yeah, but
He's not as big.
He's
He's
a
not
guard,
as
though.
bulky.
You know what I'm saying? He's a guard.
Yeah,
He moves
yeah.
like a guard.
He's faster. He's
Draymond
more-
moves like a forward and plays like a forward.
Mhm.
Simmons is soft. I don't give a fuck how big he is. He's soft. He's soft, saying big. Listen, I don't like Simmons. He wasn't fun to watch at LSU. He's not fun to watch now. He's not. I don't know. He's just not one of my favorite players to watch.
Before we move on to the Suns, can I make a really bold take about
Yeah.
the Sixers?
Yep.
So you guys remember in 2015 who won the title that year?
2015. 2015. So that was my senior year. in
That
high
was the
school.
first year of the Warriors. That was the first year of the
So
Warriors.
that was the first year of Golden State.
Yeah. Do you remember who won Finals MVP that year?
Seth Curry.
Clay.
Iguodala.
Oh, Andre, yeah.
Iguodala locked up James.
Yep. I'm calling it right now. If the 76ers win the Finals, Seth Curry gets most valuable player.
Well, I can just tell you right now this, Bubs.
It's not going to happen.
76ers are not one of the finals.
No, they're not. They're not even
No,
getting out
there's
of
only
this
one
round.
team that's going to win the finals, and I've got to agree with you on it now.
But
That's
Gotta agree with
interesting.
you on it now.
I don't want you to agree with shit. Do not.
honestly,
Yeah, honestly, you just
fuck
stay,
you,
No,
bitch.
you don't agree with shit.
I
You stay in
never-
your lane,
I
Bubs.
never disrespect the Suns.
No,
I
no,
always
no.
said they were a great
No,
team.
no.
Did I ever disrespect them?
Don't. No, we don't want you to talk about the Suns because you'll give them bad vibes.
you actually will, bro.
You'll give them bad vibes.
There's only one part
You'll
about
give
the
them
Suns
bad
that you can
G.
talk about.
Yeah,
Anyways, let's talk about this real quick. Shaq, you and I.
yeah. You don't get to
Just
talk about this.
yeah, just ignore him this
Yeah.
Fuck
entire
you guys.
segment. So
The
the
Suns
Suns swept the Nuggets, swept the MVP.
Dude, and they got Jokic pissed off enough to get ejected. That's fantastic.
Absolutely
He
beautiful.
didn't deserve to get ejected.
No, not at all.
Did you
But-
see the brothers?
You.
The brothers scared the.
Hey,
the
we're ignoring
brothers.
you. We're ignoring
No,
you.
for this is a good fucking take.
This is a good take.
Did
though.
you see the brothers?
Yeah, but
That
they're-
dude looked like he fought bears. As
Yeah,
a
but
child.
you know what he would have done?
Looked like
would've-
he fought
you know what
bears as a
happened,
child.
though?
100%.
He wouldn't have done shit. They wouldn't have done shit.
All I know is I'm not talking shit to that guy in the back of an alley.
Sky, you don't need to talk
You
shit
wouldn't
to
talk
anybody.
shit to anybody.
Yeah, like people. I don't know if you know what Skylar looks like, but it's a fucking toothpick. Imagine a toothpick, but white with big ass teeth. That's what it looks
See,
like.
I would talk shit about his body weight, but I'm not going to body
yeah,
shame
I'm
because it's
fucking
2021,
I'm fat.
motherfuckers.
Ooh, I'm fat.
2021.
I'm fucking sexy, bitch. What do you look like? You ugly.
I'm
Anyways,
built. I'm
don't give me
100.
shit
I'm
talking on the
130
podcast.
pounds of chisel,
Don't give me
chiseled
shit talking
granite.
on the podcast,
125
dude.
pounds
You're
of
130
marble.
pounds of fucking dog
Gold.
shit.
Anyways, going back to the Suns. Yeah.
And that Suns fan beat the shit out of them pussies,
Did
dude.
you,
He
did you hear?
fucking
Did you hear about
bro.
Devin Booker? What he did?
Yeah, he got Western Conference tickets, dude. That's
And an
awesome.
He got
autographed
Western
jersey.
Conference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome. I wonder if he got to ask I wonder if he was like, "Hey, can I get like this jersey?" Or if like,
Right.
it was just because
I don't think so.
Wouldn't it
but-
be dope if they sent him like a black one because that's what he was wearing?
Yeah.
That'd be dope as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Or if they just sent him a different one
They
because he already
probably
has that one.
They probably sent him a basic ass white one.
Probably. Let's be honest.
I'd be pissed, bro.
I
An
mean,
autographed
you
Devin
also
Booker
got
jersey. You wouldn't be pissed.
right, and you also got free conference finals tickets
Yeah,
Yeah,
that are probably
that's
pretty
true.
fucking
And you're
close
now
to court
you're
size.
now an internet legend for knocking out a douchebag who poured beer on you.
That second dude.
He's now the voice of the Suns fans.
Listen, dude. I
This
know you'll
happened
never
in
hear
what,
this,
game
but I love
3?
you, dude. You're my soul. You're my spirit animal, dude. That was
Spirit
awesome.
animal.
Did you see what
beat the
Skylar
dude's ass.
did?
What?
Skylar
I
shouted
DM'd
out
him.
our podcast.
I try to get him for the podcast,
He DM'd
boys.
him on Instagram.
No response, but you know. No
look
hard
and see if
feelings.
he seen it.
No, he hasn't.
Of course not. I mean, his Twitter's probably blowing up,
Like
or his
popping.
Instagram's probably blowing up at this
Damn.
point.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's got like 30,000 followers now.
Does he really? That's
Yeah.
insane. That's
Blew out of
amazing.
nowhere.
That's amazing.
Let's get into
Yeah,
this,
let's get into this
playoff
Clippers
P.
Jazz so we
Yeah.
can make fun of you.
You know
Playoff
what? Here,
P.
you know what? How about this? How about this? Me and Harper's gonna shut up, and you can take it away.
Yeah, go for it, Bubs.
So here's the surprising thing about this for me. Series is tied, right? And Kawhi Leonard goes down. Most of the time you're thinking, oh, Utah's been the most consistent team in the West. They've been probably the best team in the entire league. And you're going to think that playoff P is going to carry him. That's the thing. That surprised me. The biggest thing that I learned from this series is Paul George is, I mean, he was able to take over as the first option in one of the games. He was. But then in the second game, Terrence Mann taught Gobert a very important lesson. Do not call Terrence Mann a bitch. Because that man went off. Went off. 39 points.
Skylar, I think it's time, Bubs.
What?
No.
I think it's time because I know the viewers know clearly that you said the Jazz in 5 in every series from here on out, and that the Jazz is gonna win it all. So I think you have to.
Did you agree with me? Or did you agree
I
with
think
me?
you have to acknowledge the fact
Did I
that
agree with
you.
Yes,
Did you
but
agree with me?
But did I take him like how as passionately as you did? No.
I think you need to apologize to our viewers for lying to them, Skylar.
I don't know shit about sports. They knew this shit before they started fucking watching the damn podcast. It's in the title. I'm not saying I know anything about sports. The podcast title is They Don't Know Shit About Sports. So
Yeah. But I mean, let's talk about it more. Okay. Let's talk about it more. Go for it.
all right. Are you? God damn! Everybody's carrying Skylar's fucking back on this segment. Anyways,
Not at
getting
all,
into
man.
it. So yeah, the rookies showed off in Game 6, and then we got to talk about the Jazz because Jordan Clarkson deserves respect. We're not gonna act like these players didn't play well.
No, Mitchell and Clarkson did their thing.
Did you see Bogey in the first quarter of Game 5?
No.
6 threes in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was insane. That was insane.
32. I watched that first quarter. I was just I can't believe they lost that game. They started off. They couldn't have started the game any better.
They just didn't. I don't know, dude.
And then they blew a 25 point lead in
Yeah.
Game 6.
They
just fell apart. And Jordan Clarkson came off the bench and helped them.
I don't know if that was coaching. I don't know if that was a coaching issue or what. It just wasn't. I
Hey,
don't know.
there's something.
The Jazz imploded.
They
really
they
bad.
were they.
You want to see a comparison that I thought was really funny?
It's disappointing.
The Jazz played like last year's Clippers, and the Clippers played like this
Yep.
year's Jazz
Yep. Facts.
in game
Yeah.
6.
Facts.
So we had a brief intermission there because we just had to watch the finale of that crazy ass Bucks Nets Game 7.
Oh
Yep.
my God! What the hell did we just watch?
First of
The
all,
Nets have no. The Nets. Everyone of you should slap the shit out of yourselves besides
Kevin
Kevin
Durant.
Durant.
if you're Kevin Durant, there's nothing wrong with
Absolutely
what you
not.
did.
Dude.
You did everything.
And Bruce.
53
Bruce
minutes.
Bruce
Brown.
Brown came to play.
Yeah.
During that first quarter, we said that he looked scared.
Yeah.
He did not look scared at the end of this game.
No, he looked good.
Chris
Good
Middleton
for him.
stepped up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Man, dude.
I do want to say something real fast. The ability that these players are willing to go for one game. I mean, we talked earlier about KD playing every single minute of what, Game 5? Today. This game went into overtime. Okay? KD, James Harden, and Chris Middleton played every single minute of this game.
3 minutes.
Playoff basketball.
53 minutes.
3 minutes.
And were effective. Well,
Yes.
not James
Well, not Harden. Harden didn't do shit.
Harden got tired. He's
Harden
gassed.
Harden looked pathetic today.
Coming off injury.
Me and Brock was just talking about that. Harden looked bad.
Yeah, I agree. But I just want to give props to these players.
Yeah, props.
For putting everything out on the line.
And they
today.
gave us and I will say, the NBA playoffs have been very, very entertaining from the start this year.
Yeah.
Depending on what Philly and the Hawks do tomorrow, I'd say this is probably the best series of the entire playoffs so far.
Easily. I don't think there's a doubt. And you know what? I said this right after the game ended, but I'm gonna say it again. That way, I just have proof that I said this. Hawks are gonna win the next series against the Bucks, and the Hawks will lose in 5 to the Phoenix Suns.
Normally,
Wouldn't that be an awesome series?
That'd be an
Hawks versus
amazing
Suns.
series.
Normally, I would say that
21-year-old liquor.
you don't know shit about sports, but you did have high hopes for the Hawks in the 76ers series, so I'm not going to bash you for it.
They have to get past Game 7, which is tomorrow night. They have to get past Game 7, but I think they will do it. The Hawks have played really well in Philly this series. Have played really well in Philly. I mean, I think they'll get it done.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun watching Trae Young in that environment. It's going to be hostile, and I love watching Trae Young in a hostile environment.
Because he gets pissed.
He's that type of player. He feeds off the animosity. He feeds off the drama.
He gets pissed. He plays like he has a chip on his shoulder the entire time.
Yeah.
The entire time. So, I mean, yeah, it's just ridiculous.
So, let's get into some predictions here for the final two, the conference finals. We've got the West is going to be the Clippers and the Suns.
Suns.
I've got the Suns in 6. I say 6.
Yep,
yeah.
I've got 6 as well.
I think it's going to be good. It could be a good series. It could be. Depends how.
It's going to be a good series.
Depends how Paul George plays.
Because CP won't be playing, but I think...
He won't be playing Game 1.
Yeah, but
we don't know
bold take.
anywhere else after that. Go for it.
The Suns are going to excel still without him.
I hope so. I mean, think about it. Think about bubble Suns.
Mm-hmm.
They went 8-0 in the bubble.
I think the Suns can still win without him.
So let's get into the East now. We just watched the Bucks with an impressive win over the Nets.
Bucks either against, let's say, Bucks versus 76ers. I got the Sixers in 7.
Same.
If it's
the Hawks, I've got the Hawks in 6.
If it's the Hawks and the Bucks, I got the Bucks in 7. I'm sorry, Bucks in 6.
Skylar?
I'm gonna go say if it's the Bucks and the Sixers, I'll take. It's a tough one because that's gonna be an interesting matchup. I'm gonna take the Sixers in 7.
I don't think anyone matches up with Embiid.
Because I think Embiid is a dominant man, and I think if anyone can slow down, Giannis, I think it'd be Embiid. So, and then if it's the Hawks, I've got the Bucks in. I don't know though, because the Hawks are really good. I think the Hawks to the finals would be a cool kind of story, and they're one of those Cinderellas. They've got that Cinderella story to them. They could be a really dominant, team.
Did you just fart?
I had a fart, man.
That was an interesting sound for a fart, I gotta say.
Oh, I had a fart.
Sorry about that, Skylar. Go ahead.
Anyways, getting into but I would say probably the Bucks in 6.
Okay, so finals. Shaq, go.
Finals: Suns versus Bucks.
You just said the 76ers and...
That's what I meant. Suns versus 76ers.
Okay, and who wins? And then how many?
Suns. In 5.
And 5. Alrighty.
In 5.
I've got the Phoenix Suns versus the Atlanta Hawks. Suns in 6.
I've got the Phoenix Suns versus the 76ers, and I'm going to tell you one thing. Suns in 4.
Suns in 4.
Suns in 4. Hey. Nobody thought that they could do it to the MVP.
That's true.
Somebody dump a beer on me so I can get the rest of that video going.
No, honestly, I am very shocked about how they treated him.
Yeah,
Devin Booker is
The-
godly for that.
the dude deserved it. So I mean, props to the guy who beat his ass.
Yeah,
One less
absolutely.
douchebag on the street.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Can you imagine being the guy that lost the fight?
Yeah, ego arrangement.
the
He
two
fixed his
assholes
ego.
lost the fight?
Yeah, that was his medication. He fixed his ego. Ego check on the street.
Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to another episode of These Guys Don't Know Shit About Sports. We hope you enjoyed the sound of our beautiful voices for the past hour. Remember, if you don't agree with us, you read the damn title again. Don't forget to download, subscribe, share with your friends. It would be greatly appreciated. Catch y'all next week. Peace.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Trey Beats on the track.